So, hello. First of all, nice to meet you. If you're seeing this video, the odds are that you just met me just now. So, yeah. Well, I'm gonna talk about who I am and what's my purpose with this channel and, well, anything that you should know about. All right. Let's start. Well, nice to meet you, by the way. Um, I'm Rena. You can call me Rena. And I'm currently 16 years old. Going to high school. I'm well. Some of my interests are psychology, philosophy, and science. Yes. Well, let me talk about why I decided to use this channel to interact with you and interact with anyone online. So my main purpose is that I really want to leave a sign of existence, basically, before I die. Well, of course, when I say this, it might sound very pessimistic or just interesting or intriguing, if I must say. Yeah, well, to be honest, which I'm being fully honest with you, that is my main purpose, and I really want to be heard with my point of views and what I really think inside here, and how I'm not just limited with how I look or how I act. So, yeah, that's basically the start. But that's just a little bit of it. And I really have a lot of things to talk about. What you should know about me, let me think. Well, I'm a pretty basic high schooler. Some would call me high achiever. With that matter, I go to one of the top high schools in my country, which is Turkey. Yes, I'm Turkish, and yeah. What else? Let me talk about my hobbies, if you really are interested. Well, I play the piano. I sometimes draw. I learn, if that's considered a hobby. I started playing guitar. I'm not really good at it. I'm just a beginner. What else? I like writing. I like improving myself as a whole, as a personality too. Yeah. Okay. So as an introduction, maybe to make it more educational. Maybe I can start with an argument and debate on this. Well, it's not going to be an official debate, since I cannot interact with you face to face and momentarily. I cannot, but of course online, social media is just an amazing way to interact with people and know about other point of views and really just test your own arguments and ideals, if I must. Okay, so let's start with this argument. How real we act around people or socially. I really do want to talk about this because as a person that is basically just so considerate of other people, let me say. For an example, I can be overly kind towards others, even if they were like openly hating on me or bothering me in a way. I have this mindset where I should be kind to everybody, no matter who, no matter in what condition or where or when. I think that people should be more considerate of others' feelings in this way, because let me see. So, as myself, this is an introduction, by the way. As myself, well, I'm a person socially. People see me as a person that overly thinks about other people, or at least I do. Well, let me talk about why. In my past, I have been struggling with how people treated me, how people just used some words and sentences with me and, well, labeled me as anything, really. Anything I am or I'm not, which is mostly, you might know, people just love prejudice, and they just love assuming about other people. So that has been the case for me most of the time. I have not been talked with a lot of people that does not assume about others. For nothing. I mean, I think as a society we are overly judgmental over others, and I think we judge based off of nothing, really. People just judge to be not seen as judged, if you know what I mean. They hate the feeling that others judge them too, and they judge others as well. So it's just like a loop that goes on and goes on for generations, and all. We're gonna talk about that later. Well, I think our society should change in that way, because, well, like the saying, the abused becomes the abuser. I think that is a really sickening mindset. I think that in any matter in any problem or in any like dilemma, I think you do have a choice, whether it's like not deciding on something, whether you're acting on something. You have the choice, you have the free will, and because you do that, that is on you, and that is your own responsibility to improve your reasoning and judging, if I might. Well, I think, by the way, you might have assumed that I'm disagreeing with any judging. No, I'm not. I think judging people is actually what makes us notice that if we are like them or not, it just enables us to compare ourselves to others or compare other people to others. So I think it is okay to judge like that, but when it's more of a prejudice than just judging, I think that is really unhealthy. Like you should take into consideration how you act and who you are. So just like minding your own business and not sticking your nose into places that you shouldn't be. What I mean by that is actually in short, I meant as long as you believe with all of your observations, with all of your judging towards yourself, I think judging yourself first is what you should do before judging others. If you judged yourself so many times and realize that you just kind of have a reasoning that makes sense or is logical in a way, or just kind of not, let's say, realistic, let's say, far away from imagination. Let's say it is not just a judging that you do based off of nothing, but just taking an information and processing that information in your mind and judging it with your own reasoning, and then just being able to create an outcome of judging that can actually make sense and thus actually have proof. Of course, proof is subjective than objective, I believe, with these ideals matters. But well, yeah, I think that where was I? Yeah, so I believe that our society really just does this judging thing based off of no facts, just kind of hatred or impulsivity. It's just emotions and like insecurity, basically. Insecurity. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. But okay, I was saying can we actually be ourselves around people and socially? So, me myself have been judged a lot of times in my life and wrongly judged. This being a prejudice and just assumptions that based off of no real facts. So, for this matter, I subconsciously learned to actually filter myself around people and be someone that is still myself, but not as myself as I would be alone, so that I could be liked, or at least not wrongly judged, or at least not judged with emotions like hatred or envy, greed, anything. So yeah, this is what I've been doing socially speaking as myself. So another topic, would I call my social self myself? I would. But I wouldn't say that I act as fully myself in a social status. Okay. Well, let's talk about my view. Alright, we've talked about what I think about this matter and how I act, just personal things. Now, let's talk about this. Do I agree that we cannot be ourselves socially? Not always. So, when you're looking at me, you're looking at a person that acknowledges hollow and deep connections. So, here it is. Some people are just so hollow, okay? Some people are just who they are socially. Some people are not. Some people have depth to themselves and from the inside that they actually feel and experience a lot inside, apart from the outside. But that is not the case for everyone. Some people are just so hollow, you know? They're just who they are. They're just who they are, who they seem like they are. And I think that is not necessarily a bad trait, but I think there should be some depth to everyone, that they don't show it to everybody. Because if you cannot have like a private life or something, you would just be an open book. Everybody would just read you up and get bored. Okay? When you have depth, people constantly try to explore more about you, if they are curious, of course, which is not mostly the case, if I'm being honest. Myself, I would describe myself as that full person, and I live in my mind more than I live in physical world. Dip note, I'm an INFJ with 5 wing 4 enneagram. So if you are interested in those things, I think you know what I'm talking about. My SE, which is my cognitive functions extroverted sensing, is my least active cognitive function that I use. So basically being present in the physical world. I wouldn't say I am present in this physical world at all. Okay. So do I agree, actually? Do I agree that we can be who we are socially? You can. I think, like everything else, you have a choice to do so. You can be who you are, and you can just be an open book. That is no problem, you know? But you should keep that in mind, that not everybody deserves your personality or to know about you. Or they could use this information in bad ways. But of course, it is about your personality and your life choice, actually. Well, everything in this channel will be subjective and will be about my own personal opinion. So, if you have anything that if you have any opinion that contradicts with my own opinions, go ahead. Just drop it down in the comment section. I would love to hear about your point of views. But this is my own point of view. I think that people, my ideal is that people have the tendency to do evil. We are human beings with free will, and most of us just lean to that evil side a little bit more than others. Me myself, I'm not gonna put it out there that I'm pure or away from sins. I am not. I think human beings are sinful beings. Yeah. I like, by the way, if you didn't already understand, I like exploring other topics under one topic, and then just kind of pushing off my limits, you know? So, yeah. Can you act yourself socially? What do you think?